Hey everyone, I'm the Tax Pro, and today I'm going to show you how to add a vendor to Odoo. So this is Odoo within the accounting module. This is our demo company. And in order to navigate to the vendor area, you're going to go up here to the top drop-down menu, and you'll click on vendors and go to vendors. So you can see here we don't have any vendors in our vendor address book. In order to add a new one, we can come up here and click new. We can then select if they are an individual vendor or if they are a company. So I'm going to show you the difference between individual and company here. So with individual, we're going to go ahead and put their name. We're then going to add their address. We can also add their tax ID number. So if you have an individual that is doing work for you and you need to be able to issue them a 1099, you're going to want to request a W-9 from them where they will then provide you with their tax ID number. And then you can store that within Odoo. So their job description or their job position may be, landscape contractor. We can have their phone number, their email, website, and then you can tag them. If you want to add a tag in here, maybe you have, like maintenance or whatever tags make the most sense for your company. You can add additional contacts down here for John Smith. Maybe he has somebody that helps him with the landscaping, or you have somebody that you can schedule with. When it comes to sales and purchases, we have sales here. So this is going to be if we're selling John Smith something, and then we have purchases over here, which is going to allow us to put information for vendors. So purchase terms, this is going to tell us how quickly John Smith expects us to pay him. He might want immediate payment or within 15 days. You may have, 30% down now and then a balance in 60 days, and we could potentially add more here. So John likes to have immediate payment when he comes and does the landscaping for us. And then his payment, we pay him checks out of this account. And then this right here is going to ask us, what box on the 1099 do we use for John Smith? So 1099s have a variety of different options here. So there's two different types of 1099s that we may use. 1099 NEC stands for non-employee compensation, and then 1099 miscellaneous. So you'll see here that we can mark that he receives a 1099 NEC, and we put his payments in the box 1, non-employee compensation. Maybe he's a landlord and we pay him on a 1099 miscellaneous, and we mark in rents. This one we're going to put as a non-employee compensation. Then we're going to move to accounting. So this is where we're going to put information about accounting processes. And here, a lot of this is based on customers. So we have, invoice information and follow-ups that aren't necessarily going to be applicable to John. And then we have information about auto posting bills. So we can select to always auto post the bills, ask after 3 validations without edits, and then never. So I'm going to always post his bills automatically. And then we can put some internal notes. So maybe we know, John comes every 2 weeks, need to leave the check with the front desk for $150 each time. Okay, so we can save notes there. If we are going to do a company rather than a individual, this is what this looks like for the company. So instead of having John Smith, maybe we would put John's landscaping. So we have John's Landscaping, and then we could always put John Smith as the owner here. So we have the owner of John's Landscaping is John Smith here. In order to save this, we're going to go to save manually. And now we have John Smith in here. If we go back to the vendor section, you'll see that we have John's Landscaping. He's tagged as maintenance. And then we also have John Smith, who is at John's Landscaping. So if we wanted to search for John's Landscaping, both of these are going to come up because we have the actual business itself and then we have the individual at the business. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next video.